Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm trying.
Don't
I
don't
tried to
don't
make
do that.
another one. I did try to tell some people last week anyway. Yeah, tried to like the. Sorry. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one up. Get one up. Anyway, welcome to Prime Time Live. I'm your host, Mingo-Dee.
I'm your boy Snake.
And I am your boy, the Hammer.
What? Hammer? He's a ghost. Ghost. Oh no, just Hammer in the void. Welcome y'all. As you know, your boy Hammer's here in the void. Snake's over there on the ones and twos. Wait, that's the DJ stuff. He's on the moderation. So guys, so if you're new here, please like, subscribe, comment on Facebook, please share, and since we're live, hello everyone who is sneaking a peek and not letting us know who you are. Tell us who you are, and Snake will definitely let me know, and Hammer know as well, and we will get down to it. So as you guys know, I am continuing the second week of my Halloween series that I'm going to do all month. Last week I did the state of streaming, talked about Shudder. This week we're going to get into some movies. Yep, some movies. We're going to talk about some movies that I didn't talk about last month because I was trying to wait for Halloween. And we're going to talk about a new one that just came out. Well, it didn't come out, but the trailer just came out for it, and I'm excited, so I want to talk about that as well. So, without saying done, let's jump into it. Whatever. Anyway, so, you go to a mirror. You're by yourself, maybe, you just got to use restroom, wash your hands, maybe you just comb your hair, brush your hair, something like that. Then you decide, I'm gonna, say some words in the mirror. Not the bloody person's name. Don't do that. That's might be actually real. You might actually really die. Don't do it. But you decide to, you're thinking about, I don't know, Yogi Bear or something, and you decide to say Candyman 5 times in the mirror. And he comes. In the form of a reboot, an awesome reboot, and it killed the box office. Love how I did that there. Yeah, so last month, in September and actually August, when Candyman came out, it broke box office records for a horror movie and for COVID, in fact. For COVID, for the horror movie genre in general, and I think it swept the box office 3 times, if I presume. So, if that's not a reason to go watch this movie, I got another one for you. How about Jordan Peele? Yes, Jordan Peele is, has connection with this movie. And how about the fact that it's redone for a new audience for today? Imagine you think, oh, I'm safe from Candyman because I have TikTok. Nope, he's going to get you. Or if you think, oh, I'm safe from Candyman because, like, if I go in the mirror with like 5 or 6 people and we all said he can't kill us all, well, that's where you're wrong. The trailer shows you that he will. What if you think, oh, well, I was a protagonist from the last movies back in the past. He can't get me. Oh, maybe not. You have to go see the movie. Point is, this movie was really good. It got great reviews all across the board. They say it was a great retelling for a old retelling of a classic movie for a modern age. It even had some more what's the things that people do nowadays? They have messages in the movies that more, not necessarily political messages, but more messages about the times. And they even took it back to the original area that was in. So, Candyman, guys, I'm excited. If you haven't watched it, it's probably on DVD. Psych, we don't have those anymore. Yeah, I know. I'm giving my age away. But you can definitely watch it on, I think, HBO has it. If not, definitely look it up on Roku or your Fire Stick anywhere, and you can watch Candyman. Or it might still be in the theaters. You can go check it out. It might not be. But Candyman, people, I think is one of I think it reinvented the slasher, and it did some good things. Now I know you guys think, oh, what about Halloween? I might just wait on that one. I might discuss that one maybe later on in the month. I got some tidbits about Halloween that I'm happy and not happy about, but we'll talk about it another time. Right now, Candyman is where it's at. Go check it out. Came out in August. You'll love it. Moving on. Well, before we move on, let me ask my boys how they feel. Do y'all think Candyman is great? I mean, I don't know if y'all seen it. If you haven't seen it, or you think that it's something that hey, you wanna go watch a horror movie? And she's like, yeah, let's go watch a horror movie. And then you go, would you go see Candyman? I don't know. Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Not answer. None of y'all answer. Y'all gotta answer. Y'all gotta do something. Would you? They're still not answering. Would you? You? Would you?
No.
You been lying? He said no. Snake says no. No, I don't think Hammer can talk. Hammer says he's in the boys' room. Hammer! Would you see? Hey, man? No? Yeah. I think the ghost, or maybe Candyman has Hammer. So maybe he did go see Candyman. Maybe he said Candyman. Maybe Candyman grabbed Hammer and took him. That, now I think about it, that's not actually good. So we're gonna move on, and maybe Hammer can come back. Maybe Candyman let him go. So we're gonna move on. With that being said, if you like Candyman or you've seen it and you have some, good things to say about it or some bad things to say about it, or, maybe you just don't know what a Candyman is, you live on the rock, why don't you let us know in the comment section below, right here, down here. And then also, if you're live right now, why don't you type, tell us what you think. And then, tell us your name, say hi. What's up? What's going on? This is Prime Time Mingo-Dee. So talk, let us know. But as you do that, we're going to move on. We're going to talk about That's how I'm gonna do, because we're gonna talk about the Monsters, not Monsters, but Monsters reboot. Some of you, Gen Zers are like, "What's a monster? You mean monster with a O? No. I'm not talking about monster. I'm talking about the Monsters. They are a group of characters that are based off of the classic like different type of monsters. Like you have like one that's a werewolf, one that's a Frankenstein, and so forth and so on. And they were a family. They lived together and they went on wacky, goofy adventures. You mean the Addams Family? No, I'm not talking about the Addams Family. No, we ain't talking about them. When they have Frankenstein, I ain't talking about Lurch. Lurch was not Frankenstein. He was not. He wasn't. He wasn't Frankenstein. He just wasn't. Sorry. He wasn't. He was Lurch. Lurch. It's different. But we're not talking about the Addams Family. Forget them. They're no one. Who are these guys? They're nobodies. We're talking about the Monsters. So the Monsters came out in the 50s to 70s. I'm gonna say that because I'm not necessarily sure on the exact time frame. But I will say this: my mom introduced me when I was a kid growing up, and it was like the Monsters, and it was like had that guy was like, hello, welcome to that guy, and then he says the Monsters, then the song came on, and then they had the classic intro scene. You saw the Herman Munster, which is Frankenstein technically, and then you saw the rest of the family that came in. Well, now we have a reboot. Now I'm not necessarily sure they're going to keep it exactly the same, but I will say that Rob Zombie, you know who Rob Zombie is, right? The guy who did Halloween 2 and 3 and he did a bunch of other different types of movies. He's doing the reboot. Now, I have to say I'm not so sure about this because the classic Monsters was very, how can you say this, happy-go-lucky. And just off the little screen pictures that I saw, it seems like, I'm not sure if Rob Zombie's going to keep it happy. I think he's going to make it a little too dark, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, I guess we have to wait. So far, you can see a picture of it, and you can see the house design. I think he gave it a set of the house design, things like that. So far, based off some of the pictures, to me, it looks like he's getting the exact frame by frame shot of the area, and he's getting the idea of what they possibly may look like. But I think he's making it a little darker. So I'm not sure if he's going for a grittier. You know how everybody does. They want to take something and make it more grit or more, something that it wasn't supposed to be. Not saying it won't be good. I just, I'm used to a certain way, seeing the monsters very happy, and then now it seems like they are a little, at least from the picture, it was very dark and I don't know. Maybe I have to wait and see. So the point is that it's not coming out any. I think no time soon. I think it's. I think it's slated. What does it say on it? Does it say it's slated for next year? Could be November. If it's not November, it's definitely next year. The Monsters on Peacock. I know that for sure. So on NBC's Peacock. So if it does come out this year, I guess we'll find out and see how good it is. If it comes out next year, we'll just have to wait and see. Regardless of that, is any of you guys ever, my boys, have y'all ever watched the Monsters at all? Y'all even know who they are? The Monsters? Just making sure, y'all watched it. I thought maybe I was the only crazy one that watched the show. Didn't know. Want to know, y'all. Didn't know. Watched the Monsters or not. Let's see. Hammer, are you there? From the void of darkness. Hammer, are you there?
Yes, we grew up with them.
You can't answer for him. I want him to answer. Huh?
Yeah, we did. I mean, he's older than me, so obviously he watched it.
Jeez. That went left. He's not even here to defend himself. Why would you even do that to him? He's
I'm
probably
the youngest one here, and I remember it, so everybody's done it.
That's not how that works. Mm-hmm. It could be people who just never watched it, or just they saw a picture and was like, "Well, I ain't watching this show." It could be that. Could be possible. It's very possible. He's like,
My problem, is I was always confused between them, the Munsters and the Addams Family. Like it's they seem the same.
Well, okay. It was during that time, and I mean, you know this. I mean, it's somewhat similar now, but it's not as the same. It's kind of like, it's kind of like Big Bad Beetleborgs, VR Troopers, and Power Rangers when they all came out.
How dare you?
Competition. No, it was a competition. It was like when they came out, the other one was like, "Hey, we can make some money off this," so they made this. And then the other one was like, "Oh, we can make some money off this," and that's why all three of them was on at the same time.
No, that actually that is not it, because
that's totally it.
No, seriously, like if you don't, I didn't want to get into the realist part of it, but the movies are not the toys that made us. Go watch that.
Okay, good.
They dive deep into like the toy. They jumped into the show. They jumped into this. Like it goes deep. Like that's how I found out about Stan Lee having a hand into it. But anyway, I digress. Name them again, sir.
Okay, maybe not them.
Beetleborgs, Power Rangers. Right there, that's a big correlation right there. Like you can't compare Power Rangers to Beetleborgs.
I'm not comparing. I'm saying that
and what was that?
They was on in VR Troopers.
No, how dare you?
I'm saying
like these are.
I'm saying like
blasphemous.
Look, if I'm a kid and I turn on television and on NBC Power Rangers on Fox is Beetleborgs, and then on WB is VR Troopers, all on the same at 3 p.m. I just got out of school. I'm gonna be like flip. I don't know what to watch. Power Rangers.
You watch what you can watch.
He just killed that dude. Dang it! And you flip to the other one. You know what I mean? And that's technically how it was. Yeah. The Monsters was doing good, and then the Addams Family, or vice versa.
If you're talking about back in the day, you can't flip nothing. Like you had like only a certain amount of channels you could watch. Like so, you either was watching what you could watch, or what like
you get what I mean. I mean, okay, if those are your standard channels, you can turn the knob, or you can use the remote to get to those three channels. If those are your standard channels.
No, if you didn't have the right person holding the signal, you didn't get nothing.
Oh my god. Okay, let's assume the signal, the little rabbit ears, the antenna, it works well. Let's assume all 3 channels that you do have, 4, whatever, 5
Where's
channels you
the
do have.
lie?
Let's say all of that's working on your brand new TV that you got for Christmas, right? Let's say on the 3 or 4 channels you got, on 2 or 3 of those, that all those shows come on at the exact same time. Then you'll try to turn the knob, press the button, press the remote to get to all 3 at the same time.
But you can't.
Yeah, you're gonna miss a bunch of the show on one of them. But you're gonna try.
You wasn't gonna make it at all. Like, especially depending on if you even had that channel that it came on. Like, I mean, some people just missed out. Some people didn't even watch.
See, my thing was, it would be coming home from school, and I had to like get off the bus and run and try to get in there and turn on TV before it gets to the commercial. So I catch the first half of the show. That was my thing. My big thing was always that. So, but that's how it was with the Addams Family and the Monsters. I'm not sure which one was more popular at that exact time, but one was making money, and then the other TV channel was like, hey, we want to make money over there. I'm sure it goes deeper, just like you said, Toys That Made Us. Yeah, there's probably a documentary for that as well. But technically, it was just a competition as usual. And then, oh my God, I just realized what happened. Hammer's probably laughing from the void. Hammer, boy. Anyway, but yeah. So that's what goes on. But me personally, I love the Addams Family. It was good. I think that mainstream media kind of left the Monsters behind. You know, I don't know, maybe it just wasn't popular as the Addams Family. I mean, the Addams Family had the do. So, you know, they had that thing going on. And it was probably a more popular thing to do. I can see, you know, people just rocking in their heads to that, and it's more catchy than do. You know, so whatever. It's more catchy. No, maybe. Depends. But, you know, because the other one kind of sounds like Love Shack, which I hate that song. But I digress. We're not going to talk about songs that you hate. You know, so I hate that song, sir. My mama played that all the time when I was a kid. She would be getting dressed, and we were already dressing, and we were like, oh my God, Mom, please turn it off. And she was like, what? Turn it up louder. And I'm like, oh, it just drove me insane. I hate it. And then she used to watch it, and it used to come on whatever MTV, whatever channel it was on. She'd or sometimes she'll record it because she had videotapes. Yeah, she did. And she'd record everything because she had like big stacks. She'd just go buy big stacks of videotapes and just record everything she could. My mom was that person. So she'll record it, and then she'll just watch the same video over and over. And it was one of the songs that happened to be that. And I hated it. Still do. I just do. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about my horrible Halloween nightmares. We're going to talk about some other nightmares, such as what will happen to you or any of us if COVID-19 was really a virus, or if the you know, the not like a different type of virus, or if a different. Listen, I'm trying to do a segue and I messed it up here, so you messed the segue.
Hey, you did it all by yourself. I'm just saying.
I did. Or if, you know, the Johnson & Johnson fires of Moderna, like if you do that and all of a sudden you start. What will happen if any of those things, you know, didn't cause us to wear masks? It caused like somebody to be running down the street, biting somebody or whatever. Well, there's many different theories. There's a Walking Dead theory. There's a, you know, Back Blood theory. There's, you know, many different theories. There's even a Silent Hill theory. There's, you know, different types of theories of what could happen if, you know, creatures of the night or people who got, you know, turned or not necessarily turned, but like zombie-fied or whatever, and they start going after you. There's many different variations.
Is one of the theories of it not happening?
Well, we're not talking about real life here. We're talking about like if it was that, because that just would be that'd be a boring movie or game to play. Don't want that. But you know, it would be a fun movie to play or a game to play.
You didn't catch your own conundrum that you just said.
No.
You didn't catch
Maybe
that.
I did. Did I have a conundrum? I did, didn't I? No, I didn't. I did. I don't think I did. I don't think I
Because
did.
you're
I don't
trying
think I
to
did.
say what if this really happened in real life, but then when I bring up a real life thing, you're like, we're not talking about real life. We're talking about this. I'm like, but you're what
We're
if
not talking
in
about
real
real life that's already happened in real life. We're talking about a what if scenario in real life that could happen. Yeah, there we go. Don't be trying to twist my words and stuff. You mind game player person, you.
I'm just following along.
You know that guy from Saw? That's him. That's right here. It's this guy. Want to play a game, and then you get all trapped in, and you wonder why you can't escape because Snake was behind it the whole time. Now you know. Now you know the ending of Saw. That's not the ending of Saw, by the way. It's not. Don't believe me. That's not the ending. It's a different ending. But if it was, Snake. But welcome to Resident Evil. So what I like about this one, because I know you guys are like, so what? First off, what is Welcome to Resident Evil? Welcome to Resident Evil is a movie about the particular games that came out, mostly Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. So, and it's like, so what's so special about that? Didn't they come out with like 6 odd movies before? Well, that was different. That was if you want to use the multiverse theory, in its own universe type thing. It was like based off the games, not necessarily about the games. It was its own thing. Capcom just kind of let them run free with that. And they kind of just went left and, made their own thing. It wasn't completely bad. It had some good moments or whatever. Last season, Hammer and I and Snake, we talked about it on one of the shows. So if you find that show, that'll be good. Put the link in the comments, let us know what you think about that show, and let us know what you thought about Resident Evil in general. But Welcome to Raccoon City is supposed to be it's supposed to be a take on Resident Evil based off the games, like not necessarily a shot for shot, beat for beat, but pretty much a summary based beat for beat of the games. The director did a trailer breakdown on IGN. You can catch that if you want to, and you can go on YouTube to find it. And he talked about how when he made the movie, he wanted to combine the first and second game. He said he knows the first game happened like years before the second game, where they went to the mansion and then some bad stuff happened. And then over time, the virus got worse. Zombies infected the city and the city got worse and worse. And then eventually Resident Evil 2 happened. I think it was like 2 or 3 odd years between, and as far as you're going off the game to the first game to the second, maybe 4. But what he's doing here, he's combining that. So technically the first, second, and third, if you really want to be realistic about the timeline. So he's combining those into one movie. And it's pretty much as the events of the first game are happening simultaneously or a little bit behind the second game is happening. So technically he's going to have it based off what I saw and based off what I was able to tell. He's going to make it to where, just like in the actual video game, there were things that happened 50 odd years ago with experiments and creatures and things like that within the lore. And apparently it's already been going on. So when Claire Redfield and Chris Redfield, who Chris, works for, the STARS team and all that, for Raccoon City, the special ops team, when they find out stuff is going on, he doesn't believe his sister because she's just a civilian, and so she does her own thing, and then he goes off to go rescue his people. That's taking how he's doing it, and then he finds out all this crazy stuff is happening in the mansion and all this stuff like that. While this is happening, Claire decides that she's trying to call her brother. This is happening at the exact same time. Technically, is how I'm getting it. And then she's going to go into the city to look for her brother while he's technically at the mansion right now going through all this crap. Then she's going to go through her crap because apparently all the zombie stuff is happening at the exact same time. You're pointing.
Chris Redfield. Robbie Amell's playing Chris Evans.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Hey.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
my bad. Go ahead. Continue.
yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So, and since it's the first game, well, dang it, movie, because I'm assuming they're gonna do more movies. This is, if you've been paying attention to Resident Evil, Chris starts out a cut and a little bulky, but not bulky. Then as the games progress later on, he gets bigger and bigger because, you know, he decides that that's what he needs to do to fight this crazy stuff that's going on. So I'm assuming they're gonna probably have Robbie Amell get like bulky and bigger later on if they do more movies. So I'm hoping that's going to be like the Mortal Kombat movie, which is, if it does well, people will keep asking for more of these movies. You know, and I wouldn't see why they wouldn't, because if you can ask for the other movies, which technically went on its own path, was nothing like the games, so to speak, into some areas they were, then this should be good. So what I'm excited for is that they got one of the iconic zombie scenes from the game in the movie. Looks good. They have the liquors. I mean, they've had liquors in the movies before, but they got the liquor beat for beat of how the liquor came in, little creatures. And I'm wondering if they're gonna have like puzzles and different things. I know I'm a Resident Evil nerd, but I'm just wondering what else they're gonna have. They're gonna play, like they're gonna have Ada Wong in there, you know, the little Japanese chick and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if they're gonna, and then I'm wondering how they're gonna do Nemesis. Because he has to be in there, right? Nemesis just has to be. And that other dude who can't remember his name. I can't remember his name right now, but the guy that's like a Nemesis. I'm wondering if they're gonna have both of those in there, and then, you know, the Tyrant. There he is. So I'm wondering how they're gonna play that whole thing out. But so far it looks good. The director was saying that. You see, I'm really excited about this. I really studied this one a lot. The director said that they worked hand in hand with Capcom on this, and Capcom even gave them the like blueprints of how when they created the game and how they made the Raccoon City Police Department and other things like that, to where they were able to remake that for their set and like remake those little pieces for the sets of the for the movie set or whatever, the different parts. So that's why it looks almost beat for beat like you're looking at the game, but it's in the movie. So I think that's dope. And I think a lot of people can take ideas from that. I think if we're gonna put video games into movies, that's something people should do, right? They should work with the game directors, of course, and then get the blueprints from some of the games and take parts of the game that you can kind of make your set of. I know some things you can't, like, I'm pretty sure, well, you probably could with CGI, like Cyberpunk. I'm pretty sure you couldn't make totally everything that's in that game, but you could probably get close, you know what I mean, with CGI and stuff like that. But there you go. So I'm excited. What do you guys think about Welcome to Raccoon City? You think it's good? You think it's great? You know, I know Hammer's in here somewhere. I know that he plays Resident Evil. I know he likes, so, you know, maybe he'll tell us about Resident Evil. You know, here's what happens. When you're a superhero, everybody wants you dead, especially during the Halloween times, during the month of October. And all your greatest rivals and villains, they will put a bounty on your head, and they will send things out to get you. And then you're either in hiding or they got you. So I think they got him, and I think they used Candyman. He probably beat Candyman. He's probably free now, but he still can't get out the void. Why? Because he's running from his rivals. That's what happens when you're a superhero named the Hammer. You know, don't worry. The Hammer series coming soon. Maybe you can watch it on Netflix. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It might be a good show. Maybe I'm in it. Maybe I'm like the comic relief guy. Hey. Whatever. I like to talk about the Hammer show. Hey, he's mad because they put the Snake show didn't come out this year. It's coming next year. Don't worry. No. So anyway, guys, that's all of everything I have for today, except one more thing. I have a special announcement. And the special announcement is this Friday, or is it Saturday? I forget. DC Fandom has returned. So if you haven't seen the trailer, go on YouTube, type in DC Fandom 2021, and look at the trailer. They are going to have it star-studded out. if you thought the Netflix thing was great, this is going to be even better. They're going to have stars such as Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I didn't see Henry Cavill in there. They're going to have Grant Gustin. They're going to have, I think Gal Gadot is going to be in there, and others, and they're going to pretty much going to be talking about the new seasons of the shows, the new movies that are coming out, and from cartoons to anime to video games, they're going to discuss everything you want to know. So if you're wondering if they're going to come out with a new Batman video game, the Arkham Knights or the Suicide Squad, watch it and you may find out, and maybe Hammer will talk about it. If you want to know about some new cartoons other than Teen Titans Go, because I know you guys don't like that, but you want to see if they're going to maybe do the Harley Quinn show or some of the other stuff, watch it, and then who knows, maybe Snake will talk about it in a week or two. And then if you want to know about the new movies and stuff that's coming out, stay tuned, because next Monday I'm going to talk about what all went on, or at least the scary parts anyway, because I hear there's something in the Dark Knight that maybe, about to arise, maybe he can solve some type of riddle and save the day. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. So with that said, guys, I'm Mingo-Dee. That's Snake. The Hammer's somewhere. And we are Get Nerdy. Holla at you next time. Peace.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Why did you do it so with your deep voice? What was that?
That was Hammer.
That was not.
He jumped in to say bye. Hey, ain't my fault.
That was not Hammer.
Him.
That was not him.
God.
God.
Just laying into his voice like that? Yeah,
No way, yeah.